Springfield's pure classic rock. 104.7 The Cave.
What's going on, Mike the Intern? Good morning. It's Thursday, and on the show today, we're going to talk about some reissues from a couple guys from Rush on their solo records. We'll talk about a new album from Deep Purple. We'll talk about the Stones and how my kids snuck up front to take some photos on Sunday, and we'll talk about how you can be a VIP at an ELO show. 6:30 and 7:30 morning spin, celebrating the 45th anniversary of Highway to Hell from AC/DC. Vote for your favorite song from that album online, 1047thecave.com. I'll play your favorites on Friday, 6:20 and 8:20. Ned Reynolds and myself talk sports. 7:20, your keys to the kingdom. We'll check in with another player following training camp with the Kansas City Chiefs. 7:45, Guitar Hero Worship. 8:25, 3 Degrees of Mike the Intern. Then during the 9 o'clock hour, it's Dark Side of the Stream. Jay and I discuss the documentary Brat, about the Brat Pack, which Jay's kind of like the unofficial member of the Brat Pack here around the cave. You can stream the show online, 1047thecave.com, from our 104.7 The Cave app. If you have a smart device, ask it to play 104.7 The Cave, like an Amazon Echo or Google Home. Just ask it to play it, 104.7 The Cave. It'll work. Or you can always listen to us on a radio. All right. Who we got here? Robin, good morning. Thanks for being here. Brad, my man, also thanks for being here. Got about a minute and a half until I got to play this song, which is If You Want Blood, which is interesting because I can't find it. I spent a few minutes this morning trying to figure out if this was the first time a band used the title of an album, but didn't actually have a title of that, didn't have a song title on that record, and then used the title of that album on a song for the next album. For example, If You Want Blood, You Got It is the live album they released before Highway to Hell. If You Want Blood, You Got It is not on that live album. So that's just the title of the live album, right? But then they take the title of the live album, release it as a song on Highway to Hell. I'm going to say this all over again here in a minute, but it's breaking my brain because I don't know if that's the first time that actually happened. I don't want to go on record and say it is because it's kind of a stupid point, but at the same time, cool. It's like baseball facts, I guess. Record facts. So that's what I am. I guess Ned is the sports guy, and then it's me trying to tally up all the interesting number facts about records, which is just as meaningless. If you ask me, good thing he's gone. Anyway, yeah, so interesting factoid. I think it was just because Bond couldn't really figure out how to sing it and or the lyrics. Took them a minute to get this, but at the same time, the song's a banger. So I'm glad they took a long time on it. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. And it's also one of my favorite parts in the movie Empire Records when the manager plays the drums, which is pretty cool. Boston on Springfield's pure classic rock, 104.7 The Cave. Good morning, Mike the Intern. 6:28. It is 67 and time for a morning spin brought to you by Air Heroes, veteran owned and operated this week, celebrating the 45th anniversary of Highway to Hell from AC/DC. Now, I did some research this morning trying to figure out if this was the first time a band ever called an album something. For example, the live album before they released this studio album was called If You Want Blood, You Got It. But there's no song on that record called If You Want Blood, You've Got It. They just called the live album that song. It was actually a response to a journalist at a festival in which they asked what they could expect from the band, and Bond just said blood, which is actually pretty accurate about them at the time. Then when they go to record Highway to Hell, he takes that title and wants to make a song for it. And this is exactly what he came up with. If You Want Blood, You Got It, on vinyl on 104.7 The Cave. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching and sticking with me. If you need me, you know where to find me. I'm here till 10, 104.7 The Cave. See ya.
Springfield's pure classic rock. 104.7 The Cave.